Interview presented by Canaceutics Medical Dispensary, proudly serving New Mexico cannabis patients with trustworthy all-natural medicine since 2010.
Gabe Padilla, CageMinds.com. Tom Shoaff in the house. Honored and privileged, brother. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, for
We're,
having me.
we're almost time. How you feeling?
I feel great, man. Honestly and truly, I had a really good camp. Had a nice long break after the last fight, and I got no complaints. Things are going well now.
I was gonna ask you not too much time, but a little bit of time. How's everything from the last fight? I know the results weren't as expected, but things happen. Things happen, man.
Yeah.
How has been that? How has that process been in the last couple months?
The last 8 months have been pretty tough, man. To be honest with you, that fight happened in early December, and now we are going into late August. Give me 1 second, man. My dog's chewing on a bone.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
So now we're going into late August, and so the last 8 months have been kind of crazy. I spent a lot of time recovering and resting, and then I had some losses in the family, and I took some time to kind of get my mind right with that whole situation, and then I got back into training. I want to say around April or May, and I feel good. I feel refreshed. I feel sharp. Um, just ready to get back to work. I've got one more fight left on my contract, and I'm gonna finish this fight and go out and perform well and sail off into the sunset.
Awesome, man. First and foremost, I want to apologize for your losses, man. Condolences your way.
Thank you.
Have you changed anything up this camp, or is it just kind of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and we're going?
I think a lot has changed for this camp. Probably the most dramatic change or the most important change is that I haven't worked with my boxing coach at all for this camp. And that's nothing against my boxing coach. It's nothing about our relationship or anything like that. I still consider him like a father of mine. We've had conflicting schedules. So we haven't gotten much work together. We haven't gotten any work together. I've been working a lot with my brother. My brother has stepped in as my head coach for this camp. So that's new. It's his first time taking on that role. It's my first time handing that role over to somebody who hasn't done it before. But like I said, it's been a great camp. We've put in a lot of work. I feel good. I feel refreshed, and I feel absolutely ready for this fight. I'd say that's probably the biggest and most dramatic change for this camp. Outside of that, it's just going to be the same old Tom. I'm definitely going to try not to take damage and not to get beat up. That's always the game plan, but it doesn't always work out. I have a tendency to get into dogfights, so we'll see if it turns into a dogfight next week.
Your opponent in Bryce Henry. Does anything catch your attention that you may have to focus on come this next week?
Honestly, everything catches my attention. Bryce is very talented. He's athletic. He's tall. He's long. He's young. He's crisp. He's accurate. There's a lot of things that he does right. There's a lot of things to look out for and be weary of. I'm not taking him any lighter than I would have taken any other opponent. At the end of the day, we're getting into a fight. So I have to be conscientious of all aspects and outcomes. Bryce is a very talented individual. He's young, he's hungry, he's athletic. I guess the best way that I can describe it is he's got a lot to bring to the table, and he's got a lot of things that I need to worry about. So I'm trying to keep all of it in mind, come next week.
When you got the call for the matchup, kind of what were your thoughts at that point when they actually said a name and it was him?
I didn't really have much thought behind it, to be honest with you, and that's no disrespect towards Bryce. I'm a fighter. That's what I do. I get paid to fight. So regardless of opponent, unless it was a situation like the last one where I was really pushing for a title fight, in the situation that I'm in now, I fight who they tell me to fight. So when they told me that I was going to fight Bryce, it was just one of those situations where it was like, okay, this is who I have to prepare for. Some people are more intimidating than others. Some people have better performances than others. But when I got the phone call and I was told the name, it was more business than anything else. It's like, okay, this is who I have to prepare for now.
Just a couple more, brother.
Yeah.
What does selling off in the sunset exactly look for Mr. Shoaff after BKFC Miami?
Well, I'm retiring after this. My contract is up.
Wanted to ask you about that, definitely.
Yeah, so I'm retiring after this. So sailing off into the sunset to me is cutting the wraps off and coming home Saturday morning, and starting the next chapter in my life. I'm not entirely sure what that is or what that involves, but with everything that's been going on in my life recently, one of the most important things I feel has been my come to Jesus, and I've recently been baptized, and I'm spending a lot of time in my church and with my church community. So I have a feeling that will be a huge piece of the next chapter, but I don't know what all it will entail or what a perfect scenario will look like. I'm just trying to follow God's plan in the best of my abilities, and that's what the next chapter is going to be.
Leave it in God's hands, man. I can agree with you.
Yeah.
I would be reminisced to not just thank you, man, for your time in the combative world. You're a legend, man. You're an OG. Your bare knuckle fights are probably, if not the best. I mean, they're going to be talked about for forever, man. So I just want to thank you, and you're respected, man. And what you do is something I can never do. So just God bless, brother. Thank you for your time, and I'm looking forward to watching you on the big screen next week.
Thank you very much, Gabriel. I really appreciate your kind words, man. I wish you the best.
If you ever need anything, man, Cage Minds, we're here for you, brother.
I appreciate you, brother. I'll holler when the next time I'm in New Mexico.
You got it, man. Of course. We got you. We got you a beer, brother.
Appreciate it. Have a great one,
man.
man.
Have a great weekend, brother. Thank you.